What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Derek Branch here, SportsView360.com. Covering the New Orleans Saints today, and I also want to talk about an article that was recently published by the Athletic, which is now under the New York Times, and it was talking about it ranked 18 teams that that they expect to bounce back in 2026, and there was a team. There was pretty much the teams that didn't make the playoffs this past season. That it was like a power rankings type of post, and they gave their reasons why that team is gonna bounce back, or you know they see the team getting better next season, but they don't see him as like getting into the playoffs. Excuse me. And for the New Orleans Saints, they rank the Saints at number 10 on the list, as one of those teams that they expect can bounce back next season in the power rankings list. And I'm going to, the article was written by Mike Jones of The Athletic. I'm gonna drop the link in the description box below. But it is a paid story. It's behind a paywall. If you have a subscription to The Athletic, a paid subscription to The Athletic, you'll be able to access that story. I'm just gonna go ahead and just not write, but talk about what he posted for the Saints at number 10. Despite being stuck in salary cap purgatory, the Saints made some strides under first-year head coach Kellen Moore and won 4 of their last 5 games. They appear to have the answer at quarterback in Tyler Shuck, but drafting and developing talent around him ranks high on their list of priorities. New Orleans certainly could make things interesting in the NFC South, but might fall short in its quest to reach the postseason. That's the end of the write-up for the New Orleans Saints. So Mike Jones feels as though the Saints did make some strides in those last couple of games of the season under Kellen Moore. 6-11, y'all know the story. It was on the verge of possibly having a top 5, top 2 pick in the draft, or even the number 1 overall pick in the draft, until they started Tyler Shuck and they started winning games, and that slowly faded away for the black and gold. But I mean, he had some valid points though. They still need to add some pieces around him to make things happen. But in that same token, that same breath, you look at the roster right now, even without upgrading any position, on paper it looks pretty good. If Devon Villay, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, the running back with the Austin Estime, the running back that came over from Denver, Jawan Johnson, the tight end, Foster Moreau, Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Yana Sanker. I mean, on paper, that sounds like a really good team, a team that could get into the playoffs if they could stay healthy. Now, what I didn't mention is that a lot of those guys were hurt for like most of the season, like Eric McCoy out for the entire season. Talese Fawanga, he had like an up and down year. And also, man, you gotta look at Calvin Banks. The Saints was listed as having one of the best, as having the best draft class of 2025. So, yes, the team needs to make some more upgrades to the roster, especially on the offensive line at guard. But if you really look at it on paper, it is a playoff team. It has the capability, the potential of being a playoff team. Now, being in the division that the Saints are in, it gives them a lot of hope. It gives them a chance of winning it, because the NFC South is not a good division, man. It's not a good division. Tampa Bay might really crash next season. We'll see. Carolina, they got better last year, but they won NFC South with an 8-9 record. And if the Saints had beat the Atlanta Falcons, they wouldn't even be in the playoffs. Um, the Atlanta Falcons, they got that issue right now going on with James Pierce, so a player that's a lot of upside. But they're bringing in a new coach. Michael Penny's coming off an injury, so a lot can happen. A lot can happen, but 18 teams on the list. You got the Saints at 10. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair ranking for them. Fair number to be slide at, number 10. You're not towards the end of the list. You're not way at the top, but at 10 out of 18 teams, that puts you right in the middle. And for that writer to say that it shows that they see growth in this team. A lot of people ain't gonna be convinced. When things really get to kick off next season, tip off, we start picking, projecting division winners and all that. It's probably gonna go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Atlanta Falcons, and that's because of Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski gets a lot of praise around the league because of what he done in Cleveland, 2-time NFL head coach of the year. In this current era of football, they've had the most success under Kevin Stefanski. So a lot of people going as a default answer, the default choice to win the NFC South. A lot of the the populace is going to go towards the Atlanta Falcons. Now, some people may side with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they've won the division ever since Tom Brady retired. But still a lot that can happen between now and then. The season just ended. Super Bowl just concluded last week. So things could change real fast with the Saints and with these other teams in the NFC South. But man, I just think that Tyler Shuck is gonna be is the real deal. I think he's the real deal. I know that the teams, a lot of people have questions about, if that stuff they saw towards the end of the season, if that was legit and all that, because they played bad teams. But you play the team that's on your schedule. You play the team that's in front of you. They are NFL team. They are professionals. It is what it is. You beat who you have to beat, and that's what the Saints did. So, on paper, like I said, if this team can stay healthy, and even if they don't make a whole lot of wholesale changes on the roster, and you bring back that core that you had last year, Devon Villette comes back, Eric McCoy comes back healthy, Alvin Kamara, Austin Estime, Chris Olave, Jawan Johnson, Jonas Sinker, Kelvin Banks, Talisa Fawanga. Who else am missing? Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Pete Warner, Chase Young. I think that's a playoff team, man. That's a team that can compete for the division without question. Because those names I just mentioned, that's some pretty good players, man. Pretty good players. Kool-Aid McKinstry. So that 10 ranking to me ain't bad. Push you right in the middle. Everybody else, is fighting for scraps, but at 10 that puts you in a good spot. In front of the Saints, they got the Dallas Cowboys. Who else? Dallas Cowboys. They got the Atlanta Falcons. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 4. They got Kansas City Chiefs at number 5. Washington Commanders at number 7. So, not bad. I think that 10 ranking is not bad for the New Orleans Saints. But there you have it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think that 10 ranking is fair for where this NFL writer plays the Saints, for ranking all the 18 teams that didn't make the playoffs last season as teams that are expected to bounce back next year? Let me know in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm out.